Hello, beautiful people, and I'd like to say welcome back to my channel, Be Nicole Inspiring Souls. Let me just say that I think the funnest thing about this is figuring out which top to wear. Crazy, right? But that's always like really fun and exciting, and you kind of get to have a little bit more fun and show your personality. So that part I'm loving, okay? But welcome back to my channel. I am doing a new series which I'm really pumped and excited about, and it is ding 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 career highs and lows. So I think for me I'm excited because a lot of people think higher ed is like the path that I chose for myself and something that I really, really wanted for myself, and that is so far from the truth. So my channel is full of inspiration and my truth. So I'm going to be sharing my truth, and I'm also going to be just sharing some of the lows in my journey in hopes that it makes sense. With the hopes that it will inspire someone else, okay? So, where do I even start with this story? Because I want these videos to be short. We'll see. So, alright, I graduate from college from the University of North Alabama. I graduated in 2013, and I had a little boyfriend. And the little boyfriend was cute, and he just couldn't have told me that we didn't have longer together. Let me just say that. So I didn't go around talking about, oh, I think he's the one, but I just felt like we had time to figure, just some stuff out. And so I literally complete my courses I walked in May, but I did not complete my requirements until that summer. That'll be a video for another day. Completed the requirements that summer and stuck around in the area. Started working basically 2 jobs. So I was working in the daytime, doing an internship at a company called Southwire, and I would work there during the day. I was also taking classes because I re-enrolled in school, and at nighttime I was working at Victoria's Secret. So it was really busy and was not complaining because with all of that, I still had Bay. Yeah, we broke up in December of 2013, and I was in complete, utter shock. And basically because I did not have a plan B. So my plan was to just stick around. He was younger until he graduated, and then we could move together. And now my plans are ruined because our relationship didn't work out. So, like I said, I was enrolled in school. I actually enrolled into graduate school, and realized probably within like the first 2-3 weeks that this is not the program I'm supposed to be in, and decided to withdraw from the program and decided that I was going to re-enroll to a separate program to basically get my certification to teach. So because of my major, which was merchandising in college, I wanted to be a buyer, a fashion buyer. And major was merchandising, my minor was mass communications, and I was so convinced that I was going to have a career and a future with the fashion industry. So literally after we break up, I realized that I need to get away from my hometown. I don't know, something clicked. I was like, you've been here all your life, born and raised. Then you stayed an extended 4 years in college, and I think the best thing for you would be to get out of Florence. I really think Florence had become a place of comfort for me, and all my family's here, and I know the area. There's nothing really here that challenges me to do more, to be more. I'm very comfortable with living this like mediocre life, and so at my internship, which by the way I hated, my family thought that it was like this bomb internship, and I guess for an internship it was a wonderful experience and exposure, but it just helped me really just see that an office job was not for me. So sitting in an office from 8 to 5 was not going to be like the ideal role for me. So I would literally get in there, I would get my work done. I worked in logistics department, and so I would basically help with their production orders and making sure they had the labels printed in a timely manner, and then I would also have to go out onto the floor to replace their bins with these labels. And so I would have to wear safety glasses and steel-toe boots. You had to wear jeans because we wore the dress with steel-toe boots. And it was also a male-dominant field, and so I honestly hated going out on the floor because it was almost as though like somebody was gonna stop and ask if I wanted to go out to eat or something of that nature, and I really just wasn't there to meet anyone. I was just there to collect a check, honestly. And the checks were nice, let me just say. So I get there, I would get all my work done, and literally I'm like, let me get on and start applying for jobs. And for the longest, I was applying for jobs in fashion. And I kept getting all these emails back about I needed more experience. Just rejection letter after rejection letter after rejection letter. It was so heartbreaking because it was like, why did I spend all those nights in the sewing lab and nobody would hire me, not even for an internship. It was almost as though no door that I was knocking on was opening. So I started taking those rejection letters to heart, and I was like, they keep saying that I need more experience, so what is it that I already have experience in? I was really involved as a college student, so I was like, maybe I can transfer some of my experiences and the roles that I had on campus and apply for a job in higher ed, just so that I can get a big girl job, get some experience, and then go off and do what I really want to do, which is work in the fashion industry. So I do that. I start applying for jobs in higher ed, and at the time my alma mater was not hiring, and it seemed like the shoe-in field, or the way to get your foot in the door, was to start out in admissions and work as a recruiter. So I'm applying literally for every job that I would see, and I'm still open. So I'm applying to jobs in Tennessee and Georgia, Arkansas. Like, I'm very open to getting out of Florence. I'm applying and I get 2 phone offers, and I'm like, this is so cool, so exciting. Finally someone sees my potential. Go ahead and set up one phone interview. The other one, when I looked at what they were offering in pay and the cost of living, I was like, girl, I don't think that's the one for you. And I didn't know really that admission recruiters didn't make a lot of money. So I think I was so desperate for a big girl job, I wasn't really looking at all components, but we'll get to that point. So Jacksonville State University in Jacksonville, Alabama was one of the universities that she called, and it was still in Alabama. The other school was not, it was in Mississippi. So I knew nothing about Jacksonville or Jacksonville State, but I'm really excited and I feel really good about this whole process. So literally they had over 100 applications come in for this one role. And they narrowed it down, I think, to like the top 9 who they offered phone interviews to. They literally went from the top 9 to the top 3 that they would invite on campus. And your girl was a part of the top 3. Super exciting. I remember like having just so much joy and excitement driving down. It made me feel really good too because my sister decided to come with me because I think she was just as excited like as I was. And I go down there and I interview and I feel really, really good about my interview. And then I get the call that they had chosen to go with another candidate. I was so heartbroken and just like unsure of what I could have done differently. And I'm like playing the interview back in my head and trying to figure out how could I have answered questions differently, and really was just honestly like way too hard on myself. So now I'm like, what do? And I didn't know how to just not be doing anything. So what does your girl do? I enroll back in school to pursue the education program because I'm only 8 classes away from having my certification to teach. And at the time, like it just makes sense, right? Because I was like, surely if I get my certification to teach, I'll be able to get a job. Because I mean, at this time, up until this point, I've been applying everywhere. Like I've been applying for internships and full-time jobs and just having absolutely no luck. And I'm like, the only like person that will accept me is my alma mater, the University of North Alabama. So I'm just gonna keep applying and fill out those apps until I find the program that's for me. So even though I was really hurt about not getting selected, I felt good about it. I felt like I presented my best self, and so I was on to the next, and that was continuing to pursue my academic studies. Literally, at the end of September, and it was crazy because when I got in this program, y'all, I was in the library all day, like nonstop, studying, prepping, like was determined to come out on top and to succeed at this program. And it was hard, let me say that. It was hard because I was trying to become a secondary education teacher. So it was tough, but I felt like this is what I'm supposed to be doing because nobody else will accept me. And literally, I'm working hard, I'm focused, I'm not applying for any more jobs. I've let that portion of my life go. And at the end of September, Jacksonville State University, I get a voicemail from them. The voicemail basically says, hello Brittany, hope that all is well. We have actually had another position come open in the office. And before we put it on the job portal, we wanted to call back and offer it to you. If you're still interested, the job is yours. We look forward to hearing from you soon. What are you? I like listened to it multiple times because I was trying to make sure I heard her correctly. So I'm like, well, wait, am I interested? Because like now I'm in a program that I love and I feel like I'm passionate about, and I've been working really hard and I've been doing well in my classes. So I don't really know if I should just up and leave that. So I'm like asking my family and asking friends, and everybody's so like confused and giving me mixed signals. Well, you could do this, can you not do both? And I couldn't do both because when you're education major, you have to have observation hours. And typically, depending on how far you're into the program, like each class may require that you have a set amount of hours. So I'm like, can't really do both. So I just keep thinking like, okay. You wanted nothing more than a job, a full-time job. And the only reason why you even went back to school is because you didn't have a job. Well, now, my friend, you have a job on the table. Like, they're just offering you a job. I almost think you need to take the job. I was just talking with myself. So I end up accepting the job and withdrawing from the program. Now, another video, another topic for another day, but because of the timing that I withdrew from the program, it actually cost me money. That's why obedience will always save you in the end. But yeah, it cost me money. It's actually still costing me money. But anywho, I take the job and I'm excited. I'm thrilled. I'm like, this is what you need. I get to Jacksonville because I'm like, literally, I get like a week and 3 days to look for a place to stay. So I'm like, this is gonna be so good for me. Basically, gave me 3 days of training, literally with each recruiter for their like day of travel. And they would show me how you set up a table, what recruiting, techniques they would use as far as conversation starters. And day 4, I was on my own, and I loved it. I fell in love with being a recruiter within the first week. I was like, I'm never gonna leave this field. I'm never gonna leave this job. Now, again, this is my first week of job, so I don't really understand how the money works, or nothing like that. But the thing about higher ed is you're basically paid monthly. And my very first salary, y'all, was $27,614 a year. So the check was little or nothing. It was literally enough to pay my rent. And then to pay off the hotel that I had charged on the credit card. That's pretty much what it was. But that job was so rewarding, even though I wasn't making any money, or I didn't feel like I was making any money. And that was tough. So it was like, I was making 2 jobs to like, I went and got my hair done every 2 weeks. I was getting my nails done every 2 weeks. I could go to a store and buy whatever I wanted to buy because I had the money to do so. And now I'm working a job where that's no longer the case. So it was definitely an adjustment for me, because I was not used to this monthly setup, and also getting paid monthly and there being so little coming into my account. So initially I'm thinking I haven't made the best decision, but I realized that I think, Brittany, you have a future in higher ed. I love connecting with students. I love being able to kind of talk with them through this whole process. It was like I was a counselor. And my job, the one thing that I always would say I took pride in was that I never felt like it was my job to tell you, you need to attend this university. My job, or what I took as my job, because I didn't have a quota, so my job is to more so help you talk through your options, right? Help you look at the scholarship opportunities, help you look at the academic programs, basically help you see how this university can help you accomplish your goals. And if the university that I recruit for is not doing that, then I had built relationships with other recruiters. Let me connect you with someone who can speak more knowledge about their university. I used to always get so tickled when the students would be like, yeah, I'm like basically, it's between Jacksonville State and UNA. I'd be like, yeah, I graduated from UNA. And I would stay at that job all night because I wanted to know more about the university. I would interview students because I wanted to basically be able to be on the road recruiting and the students not feel like there was a question they would ask me that I didn't know the answer to. And that I wasn't just sending them to the website, but I was able to answer the question and then connect it with somebody from that department or who could elaborate more in detail. So I would spend like a lot of late nights just because I wanted to know more about the university. Jacksonville State is a wonderful university, and they have amazing scholarship opportunities. But for me, there was no social life. And I was like, at this point, like, not realizing if this is God's plan, not realizing like what God is trying to do with this move. And so I'm like, how in the world do you go to college at Jacksonville State? Like, I was like, my college experience wouldn't have been the same without, the social outings, the parties, like going to the club. I was like, what y'all do here? It was crazy because my sister, funny enough, my sister had literally just like given me this whole talk about how I needed to stop going to the club. She's like, it's not a good look for you to be in the club with the students that you recruit or that you recruited. And I also worked with the ambassadors for the university. And so she was like, yeah, that's not professional for me. She was like, you need to let the club go. Not so easy for her to say because she wasn't a clubber. But for me, it was like, how? How do I let that portion of my life go so easily? And what I now know is that the Lord, I believe wholeheartedly, that the Lord sent me to Jacksonville State for several reasons. One, because He needed me to get away from home, like get away from my comfort zone. Two, He needed me to get away so that He could shift my taste buds and that which I desired. While I was in Jacksonville, there was one party that I went to. It was homecoming. Like, I had two roommates. We were so excited because we weren't partying, but we had heard all about this homecoming party, so we're like, we're going. We bought our tickets in advance. We're really excited about going. And I remember being so pumped and excited about going out, finally. Y'all, we went out. We probably had not been at the party for a good hour, and shots rang out. Gunshots. Like, gunshots. And here was the thing. The club that we were at, y'all, it was a one-way in and one-way out. We were on the opposite side of the club from the exit door, the entry and the exit door. So the only way for us to get out of this club is to get to the other side. But unfortunately, that's where the gunshots come from. So yeah, we're not going over there. So literally, I remember us bear crawling. They have this stair thing, and we had to get to the balcony, which would then bring us down, or at least get us some safety from being on level ground, get us back down, out closer to the door, and even when we got outside, there were more gunshots. I knew then that was the Lord. But it was like, how do I adjust? And literally, I didn't go out anymore, but it was so necessary for me to move because the move to Jacksonville State shifted my perspective and, as a result, pushed me to want a deeper relationship with God. So I started going to this church. I think the church was called Kingdom Ministries. I think it was in Anniston. And I would go to church there, and it was always just like such a beacon of light, beacon of encouragement, what I needed, because your girl is like on her own for the first time, and I'm trying to figure out this whole adult life. I'm trying to figure out if I made the right choice in dropping, out of my post-grad studies to take this job. Like, I don't feel like I have any money. Not really sure, like, what's next. And I don't even know how long I'm gonna be here. But, like, I knew Jacksonville was not my home. But I also knew, like, I was gonna be here until he opened up another door. And so I grew so much in Jacksonville, and my taste buds, like I said, shifted. It's crazy because I remember being so broke, y'all. The great thing about working in higher ed is that you get all these holidays. So I've been getting spring break since freshman year. You get all these holidays. I remember being so broke, y'all. Spring break, that I didn't even go home. Like, I was like, yeah, it's just not gonna be affordable for me to go all the way home just have to turn around and come all the way back. So I didn't go home. So I stayed in Jacksonville the full week of spring break. Just chilled out, watched TV. It was so mind-boggling because I remember like the job like required you to be on the road, be on the go. I had the largest territory. So I had from basically like the Montgomery area all the way down to like the Dothan Enterprise area. And I just made it a goal of mine to visit each of my schools, to visit them twice. I felt like it was doable. And so I would go before the scholarship deadline and then do a follow-up after the scholarship deadline to see if anyone else still had interest in going to the university. I stayed busy, so I stayed on the go. Another reason why I stayed traveling is because you could get money. So you basically, your hotels, you could get basically so much per night. I want to say it was like $75 a night. No, you get $75 a day. Yeah. So the goal was to try to get a hotel room for like under, and you get like that money back basically. So you have to be really smart about that. Also, your meals could be reimbursed up to like a certain point. So, and the benefit in recruiting for them is that they provided you with a car and the gas card. Such a blessing. Such a blessing. But yeah, literally, I was like, yeah, I don't know why I got placed in here initially. But after the fact, it all makes sense. I need to be somewhere where I didn't know anyone, where I wasn't comfortable, and it was going to push me out of my comfort zone and push me closer to Him. So it was like the first time since college that I was actually reading my Bible and reading scripture and just really kind of diving in. Not full-fledged, if I'm being honest, but just like enough to get me what I felt like was getting me through. And it was so crazy. I'll end here, but I remember talking with one of my roommates, and she was like, yeah, the apartment kept telling us we needed to renew our lease because they were going to release the rooms, and basically if we did not renew, and we decided after the fact, if someone had already reserved our apartment, then we would basically have to, unfortunately, move out. So like move all of our stuff out to another complex. So they kept sending out all the notifications and calling like, hey, just want to make sure you want to renew. My roommate was like, yeah, I'm not renewing. She was like, I really, really, plan on taking the nursing exam in Atlanta and moving to Atlanta. And I was like, yeah, I don't plan on being here either. But the thing was, I don't know where I was going. Nothing told me that I needed to renew my lease. so I didn't. But I had no plan. I had no job offer, like none of the above. I just felt like the Lord was going to place me elsewhere. I strongly felt that, which is why I didn't renew the lease. But if you want to know what, I didn't know at the time. And in order for you to find out why I did not need to renew my lease, you have to come back next week and catch part 2 of this career highs and lows series. There were a lot of highs and lows with the transition, but it was literally, looking back on it, such a God move. So grateful and appreciative because it started my journey, and it's honestly because of the training, the setup. I had to, kind of go with the flow, teach myself some things, learn how to be okay with making mistakes, and extending myself grace. So hopefully you enjoyed this video and that you'll come back next week to watch part 2. But I hope that you all have an amazing week and that you are blessed this week, blessed with opportunity. And don't forget, #BeInspiredToday. Bye, I'll see you in the next video.